talking about compiling, variable, and mixing, and nesting, and partial. For mix and partial, let's go to the code. This is variable, hold the color. This is the main, where we call on the variable, which is known as the partial. This is it here, because it has a lower underscore before the name. As you can see here, it had a little underscore. And the mixing, this is the mixing here. We have the mixing here. If we want to use it, this is it here. We import it with include. This is the mixing. And we want to talk about how we can compile. We can compile by using this, what I already installed, is wash live compile with sax. And once I execute it, it's going to run it. But before then, let's look at this code on browser, how it display. This is the code here, how it display. Once I execute, it's going to transpile it to CSS. Let's go, let's see. Automatically, this is the CSS. This is the CSS now. As you can see here, we have everything together, but normally in the sax, this is it here. This is the main. If we want to change something in the color, you can see the text is danger, it is red. But let's say we don't want red, we want to change it to let me say to white. Let's say white. Want to turn it to white. Let's save. Automatically, as we save, automatically transpile. As you can see here, we can also call it a green. Let's say green. Automatically, you can see it transpile. It is a mix. We just talked about compile, variable, mix, and partial. In this video, this is partial. This is a mix. And we just initialize it in the danger. Why do I like nest? I like nest because of navbar. In this navbar, you can see it is list in UL list in here, other list. Why I like it is that you can use it to style in nest, in sax, in nested. It is very beautiful. I really like nesting. Using in navbar. If I execute it, if I close this, you can see everything is inside. The UL, the LI, the tag, which is the link. Everything is inside. But once I execute it, you're gonna be seeing straightforward CSS in a separate way, not in a nested like this. Let's execute. Let's do this and see. Automatically, as you can see here, it is on a straight line, which is block. It is in a block form. And if we open the CSS, let's see what is going on in CSS. As you can see here, we have 3 nav here, but in the sax is just 1. You can see how the SAS, the preprocessor, help us to manage our code, our styling in a very clean way, more than CSS. You can see we just like repeating things in CSS. It just helps us to make it more simpler. As you can see here, this, no, just make it 1. And we have children inside, which is child, you can see here. And give us what we want in the navbar. It's beautiful and also good, colorful. Thank you. That is all about this. In our project, it helps us to manage all our file. As you can see here, these are the partial, which we talk about here. These are the partials. And if you take a look, we have a lot of code inside, but we doesn't repeat ourselves. That is what make it more useful. And all the variable are inside here. So you can see all the image, everything is inside. It helps us to manage all our projects in a maintainable way, and reusable code styling is maintainable here, and we like it. That is why I graded myself like that. We already started in our project. It helps us to manage all our file. As you can see here, these are the partial which we talk about here. These are the partials, and if you take a look, we have a lot of code inside, but we doesn't repeat ourselves. That is what make it more useful, and all the variable are inside here. So you can see all the image, everything is inside. It helps us to manage all our projects in a maintainable way, and reusable code styling is maintainable here, and we like it. As you can see here, these are the partial which we talk about here. These are the partials, and if you take a look, we have a lot of code inside, but we doesn't repeat ourselves. That is what make it more useful, and all the variable are inside here. So you can see all the image, everything is inside. It helps us to manage all our projects in a maintainable way, and reusable code styling is maintainable here, and we like it. All our mixing is in atoms. We do it here, so, and also all the repeated h1, h2 to h6, we put it in our atom, and the variable is only variable that is here. Thank you. That is why I graded myself like that. We already start implementing it, and we know what it's all about. All our mixing is in atoms. We do it here, so, and also all the repeated h1